everyone, and welcome back to today's daily transmission. This will actually be the second time that I've recorded this one. One could say, that the demons of consumerism have blocked my transmission. But that would be silly now, wouldn't it? Today is called Let Love Lead Christmas, choosing discernment over compliance. Here we are at another daily transmission where my heart is really raw and vulnerable. And I want to share something, but I want to do it very carefully. Because I'm not here to shame anyone. I'm not here to tell anyone how they're supposed to celebrate or what to believe in. I'm here to name something that I can feel very clearly. Something that many of us, as I feel and see and hear, are carrying, even if we don't yet have the words or the know-how to express it. You see, I think there is a tension around Christmas right now that isn't about Jesus. And it isn't about tradition either. It's also not about love. It's about the systems we've built around the season. Systems that turn care into obligation. Systems that turn devotion into a performance. Systems that quietly use fear, guilt, and shame to keep everything moving, buying, attending, producing, and consuming. And those systems, well, they touch everything. They show up in the movies we watch, stories where a mother holds the emotional center of the household, carries the weight of all the tradition, absorbs everyone else's discomfort, and only gets seen when she finally just throws up her hands and steps away. They show up in the relationship between the mothers and the daughters, where neither is wrong, but both are trying to live inside expectations that they certainly didn't design. And they show up in our schools, where parents are told homemade food isn't safe, but children are handed prepackaged substitutes for their party enjoyment. And often in these same communities where the divide between those who have and those who don't is already so visible, where holiday parties unintentionally highlight who has abundance and who's just getting by, where care becomes regulated, standardized, and separated from relationship. They show up in the endless list of December obligations, classroom parties, performances, teachers' gifts, extracurricular expenses, all layered onto a month when parents are already trying to finish out the year, do their jobs, care for their families day to day, and still show up with a tiny bit of grace. They even show up in the arguments we're having about our language today. Whether someone says Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, as if honoring Christ could ever be reduced to policing words instead of practicing compassion. And I want to say this plainly, because where we are now, I believe it does matter. Jesus did not teach fear-based participation. He did not teach guilt-driven devotion. He did not ask people to prove their faith through exhaustion, consumption, or compliance. He taught love, he taught presence, and he taught discernment. He also taught a kingdom that lives within, not one that's enforced from some sort of outside rules about traditions and the rules of society. So when I speak about Christmas, I promise you I'm not rejecting it. I celebrate, I gather, I love beauty, food, light, music, and connection like anyone else does. A lot. I've centered an entire life around that in a way. I genuinely enjoy the celebration, especially the celebration of peace, love, joy, and abundance. Come on, you guys. But I've also learned that protecting my peace is part of how I stay present for it all. I have a birthday at this time of year. And honestly, I know what it feels like to be lost in the noise of overwhelm, even when I know that people are trying their best. I know what it feels like to create boundaries, like leaving on my birthday every year to go on a hike. It's not out of bitterness, it's not out of rebellion, but out of general care for myself at least one day a year. I know what it's like to be a mother trying to teach children discernment in a world that constantly pulls them in toward consumption. Trying to model something different while navigating institutions that really, for the truth of the matter, are making it more difficult on all of us. And when I speak about these things, I'm not speaking directly to one person or one school or one way of being or one religion. I'm speaking from a collective experience that I'm living inside of and have been living inside of all of my life. One that I hear echoed back to me in all the conversations I'm having right now, dropping in my DMs, and even in quiet confessions are all around me. So if something I say feels uncomfortable about this, it's not because I'm attacking you, and it's not because I'm some kind of like, I don't know, whatever the word you want to use is. But it's because we are touching on something that's very tender and very close to all of our hearts. The truth is, many of us want to celebrate, but we want to do it with honesty because we can see the things we have to celebrate. We want to give, but not because we're giving from depletion. We want to give because we have an overflow of abundance. We want to gather, but not because of pressure. We want our children to feel joy, not to be compared to one another and to compare themselves to one another. We want love to be chosen, not extracted by guilt. So my offering today is simple, and it comes straight from my faith. If we're going to celebrate, let it be focused on just the love of showing up. If we're going to gather, let it be led with that care. If we're going to give, let it be led by the joy of a gift we have to share, not the fear that we're giving the wrong gift at the wrong time, at the wrong size, to the wrong person. And if something no longer feels aligned, we are allowed and expected. It is our responsibility to question it. We're not trying to dismantle it. We're not trying to tear apart the traditions that many of us do love, but we're trying to bring it all back to the heart of what it was. A celebration of beauty, light, abundance, love, presence, discernment. You see, this is not a rebellion. No, I won't take that anymore. This is discernment. And that, as I see it, is what Christ came to teach us. And it's certainly what I'm here to celebrate in all of this life. Thank you so much for joining me yet again today. I appreciate it very much. And please know that I mean it with all of my heart, that I hope that you are living in the peace that you deserve. The love is all around you for the joy of the way you choose to celebrate the holiday season, or not choose it if you are that way as well. I hope that you're surrounded by everyone that you love, and I hope that your heart is filled with the joy of the season as you hope to celebrate, and that all the people that you love are extending the gifts that they have to share with you, because they know what giving and receiving is all about. I love you all very much. I will see you tomorrow, and Merry Christmas. I hope you have a wonderful time. Bye now.